What's going on? I'm Dave, this is Spencer, and welcome to Aftermath. Welcome back to Aftermath, the sportscast where we cover the 912 area. As you can tell, we've already shot this. This is the second time we recorded this today. That's all right. We're going to roll into it. Make sure before we do that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow us on Instagram, send us your highlight clips so we can make sure we get them into the episode. That's huge, guys. It's huge. But going into it after this week, you were 86-15. You missed one game. And we're going to find out who it is. First week, Memorial would take on Thomas Jefferson. They would win 18-0. Thoughts?
Shout out to Memorial, man. Shout out to them. My dog, Coach Taylor. They got back on the win column. I'm going to try my best to get out there this week. Heard it's their homecoming Friday night. So I'm going to try. Can't make no promises, but I'm going to try.
I got to work. I got to save lives. Anyways, Windsor would lose this week against Pierce County. Pierce County would take care of it and win 44-0. Hard loss for Windsor this week.
Another hard loss for Windsor, man.
Yeah.
Pierce is good.
Say, New Hampshire would take on Islands this week, beating them 48-7. What used to be a rivalry when we were at home when we were in high school does not look like it's a rivalry anymore.
Yeah, man. New Hampshire has completely taken over that matchup. But shout out to my dog, Sean. Apparently he had another career night. Yeah. Sean's been going crazy ever since that BC game, man.
Good for him. Good for him. He's opening some eyes, and then next year he'll be reeling in all the offers, calling it now. Jenkins would lose this week again. Or they didn't lose last week. They lose this week against Coffee County, 34-0. Another tough loss for Jenkins.
Man,
They can't catch a break.
Jenkins are Islands, man. Their schedule is so tough, bro. It's so hard to even critique them at this point.
They say BC would have a really good win this week against Wayne County. They would end up winning 38-21. Solid win over a good team.
Good win. I was able to catch the first half. It was on WSAV, so I was able to watch the first half. Then I fell asleep, so then I ended up watching the second half the next morning. But BC looked good. I was happy to see that they finally had a good, strong second half performance because the last few weeks have been a little shaky. So.
That's where they've been their weak spots. The second half.
Yeah. It was good to see them bounce back.
Say Calgary would take on Savannah Country Day, giving out a shutout, 49-0. They've looked great.
Man, Calgary's been doing everything right this whole season. I want to say they struggled a little bit during the New Hampshire scrimmage, but every game since, they
Coach
just
Stroud's
been
had them.
blowing out everybody. And people are going to come at them for their schedule and who they play, but it's like, hey, man, like I said, you can't help who you play. You just got to play them.
Well, for those people, we're going to see it in the next couple weeks when we get the playoff time.
Facts. Shout out my dog, Caden Arnold, though.
So, Caden put up a big game. They're handling the thing over there. Savannah Christian would take on Beach this week, winning 55-6.
I heard Kenry had, I want to say it was Kenry. I heard Kenry had 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns?
If I'm not mistaken, I heard he had 5 touchdowns.
Hey, we're going to try to find those.
I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? But yeah, Savannah Christian, man.
So
Can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, they're on a roll. Savannah High would take on Screven County, losing this week 6-29. So Screven hit you up apparently.
Yeah, I don't know who the kid was. Somebody from Screven DM'd me and was like, "Hey man, Savannah High is coming to our house. We about to stand on business." So
looks like they stood on it.
They did. They got the dub.
And the one team that messed you up this week, St. Andrews would lose 27-35. Oh, man. So they almost did it.
Can't even be mad at them though, because I heard they were down 28-0. They were down. I want to say it was 21-0 at halftime, and then they came out, scored. It was down 28-0 in the third. And then St. Andrews tried to make a comeback, but it was just that first half hurt them. So, but I can't even be mad at them, bro.
Well, and it's not that big of a deal. You still seem to.
No, it is that big of a deal because I'm trying to go undefeated, but it's cool. It's cool.
So in the comment section, is Spencer going to get 1 week undefeated before the end of the season?
I swear, if we go back to the earlier weeks, bro, like week 1, 2, 3, like I'm pretty sure I could find one.
I legitimately don't think you've had a perfect week yet.
I will go back and look. And on Thursday's episode, I'll let you know.
I was like, I don't think so. I don't think you have.
I know for a fact, like week 1 or 2, bro, like I got one.
But the game that we were at, Groves versus Johnson, we wanted to show some city schools some love. Johnson didn't make a lot of mistakes this week. They played very clean football. They did what they had to do. They played the turnover game amazing. I mean, they had 5 turnovers. They forced 5 fumbles in the first half.
That's crazy.
Now, I won't say all those were forced. I think about 2 or 3 of them were bad handoffs.
At least, yeah, I'm about to say at least 3 of them were just bad execution by Groves. Like you said, bad handoffs, just bad. Just like, I don't know. Like, one of them, Buddy had it in his hands and he just lost it.
Yeah.
And like you said, Johnson was just in the perfect place at the right time. They were able to take 2 of them back to the house. Almost had 3. Shout out to number 52 from Groves. 52. He, big hustle play.
Hustle play, boy. And I ain't going to lie to you. If you're watching this, people notice that.
Facts.
People notice that.
That's what college coaches love. That's what coaches in general love. Like, if you're going to hustle, especially with that score, it was probably at least like 30-something to 0. People would have just given up at that point, but he was like, no, I'm not going to let them score this easy.
Because I remember they fumbled the first drive, fumbled second drive. It was the third drive they were driving down. They got down to like 20.
They fumbled the first play of the game. Yeah. Groves did. That right there, I was like, oh, man. Like you said, Thursday's episode, we were talking about who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. Groves fumbled the first play of the game. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, ended up having 5 turnovers in the first half. Who knows what happened in the second half, how many more turnovers they had. But every time Groves had a few good offensive plays and were moving the ball, fumbled.
Now in the second half, they slowed down Johnson. I mean, I don't think Johnson, they might have scored 1 in the second half.
Johnson got like 2 or 3 more. Because they had a nice, that's when my man got the stiff arm.
Yeah.
That was in the second half.
They had the stiff arm. They had the floater that went in front of Scott.
That's when, I want to say the second half was when, wasn't that when they scored and did I don't know what their celebration was.
No, that was first half.
Was that the first half?
That was first half.
Oh, okay. That might have been right going into halftime then. Okay, so that's what that was. But, they scored another one. It was a little easy little pass, right up the middle. That's what it was.
He was wide open. There had to be a miscommunication with that. Coach did handle that on the sideline. I did hear it. But ultimately, Groves needs a lot. They need a lot. I say they seemed unorganized. Personnel-wise, I don't know how long their walkthroughs are the day before, but it just seemed like numbers-wise they didn't always have the right enough people on the field. They were fumbling the ball, but quarterback did make that big run towards the end of the game. At least for his pride, make sure it wasn't a shutout.
Quarterback had a decent game. Like, the quarterback wasn't bad at all.
The 5 fumbles killed him.
Yeah, it was the 5 fumbles overall. But, yeah, Groves just need to really lock in, man. That's all. Just come together, lock in, just keep working. That's it.
It's hard to win a game when the other team's defense scores 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns and puts one on the 3-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to win.
Yeah,
it is.
You're not going to win those games.
But ultimately, Johnson played good. We don't want to take anything away from Johnson because they played a phenomenal game. Cover to cover, whistle to whistle. They didn't have a lot of mistakes. I don't think they had a single turnover. They had 1 fumble.
Yeah, they had a fumble, yeah.
They had a fumble. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, not a lot of penalties. It was a good game. This week, coming up, we do have some big games. New Hampstead's going to make their way back into the game of the week. They're taking on Burke County. It should be a good one. We're excited for it. It's going to be a Thursday night game. But until next episode, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends, make some new accounts. Who cares how you get the numbers up, but run them up. And until
Thursday.
Peace.